This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive. Once again, I'm your host, Preston Moore. I mentioned we're going to talk about some other things going on in the area. High school football obviously going on, but also volleyball just started last night. Joining me to talk about that now is News Channel 10's very own Rylee Robinson. Rylee, volleyball last night, by-district championships for a lot of these area teams.
I know, something I love to talk about because we talk a lot about football and obviously so much talent on the football field here in the Panhandle, but the volleyball talent that we have here. I mean, the state championships on top of state championships. It's great to see. Only a year or two here, and I've just been thoroughly impressed, especially being a girl come from Georgia where volleyball is not that big of a deal, big of a sport over there for especially the high school level. So it's really exciting to see that, and not just see it, but see all the talent that we have. But yes, by district rounds yesterday. I know it's a lot of some big wins for a lot of teams there, you know, kind of dwindling and getting, you know, more and more narrow in that tournament bracket. But area rounds just right around the corner. Friday, only a few-day turnaround there. I know we have a lot of teams that should make some great pushes for a state tournament run. I mean, it's not even just great pushes in the playoffs. I know we say that a lot about a lot of teams, but we have about 3 or 4 schools around here that I think could make it to that state tournament. There's a couple that will probably meet in those regional finals. One to come to mind, I feel like Randall and West Plains, definitely two teams that will have to battle it out for that spot, especially coming from this tough district. I mean, that's just a tough district in general. You have Canyon, Randall, Hereford, West Plains, very talented teams. But I'm just excited to see how it all plays out. I know the by district we had some, just kind of went the way we all thought it would. A lot of teams there, especially getting some big sweeps. But area, and it just the rounds keep getting more and more tough. I mean, that's the thing. Some by district rounds, you look at some of the final scores to those sets, and you know, just didn't even kind of look like a ball game at all. But now you kind of get to area, it's going to get more tough, and then you have the regional quarterfinals, regional semis, and you're going to be seeing some great volleyball, especially with the talent that we have in just this area. And then you kind of spread down to the Lubbock area, El Paso area, this region. So it's going to be exciting to see. Yeah,
you talk about Randall and West Plains, obviously two of the better volleyball teams in this area. Both of them picking up by-district championships, both of them with a chance to pick up area championships. If Randall and Canyon, the other CIS team, if they both win the area championship, then they'll face off in the regional quarterfinals that early. I mean, already just the third round, and you already have a school district playing against each other, and then you have a chance for West Plains and Randall to face off later down the line. But if West Plains and Hereford both win this round, then they'll face each other. So a lot of great volleyball going around. Out of those teams, you know, briefly, what do you think are some teams that you're keeping an eye on in particular as far as, you know, potentially making a playoff push or a state championship push?
I'm definitely going to have to say, we'll just drop down to 3A real quick. We'll start from there, Bushland. I mean, it's just kind of no surprise there. Made all the way to the state tournament last year, trying to go back to back to back last year, so 3 in a row. I know I did a story over them this past Sunday, and only opened their doors, high school doors, in 2005. Already 6 state championships in volleyball, and 17 consecutive district titles. I think 89 consecutive district wins. I actually asked Coach Culpepper, because I try to go back on max preps, and you know, you could never really rely on it. So when I went out to their practice last week, I asked him, when was the last time they dropped a set in district? He said it's been over 2 years. He said it was just one set, and he even was like, yeah, we had to take the ACT that day. Like, it was like, he was just like, yeah, our girls were just kind of like flushed a little bit. But it's been over 2 years since they even dropped a regular season district set. So that's definitely a team. Would not be surprised if we see them make it all the way to, I think it's Gunter, is that where? No, Gunter is who they play. Garland, that's where they play. It's over with a G. So would not be surprised if they make it all the way to Garland there. Gunter is going to be a team they're going to probably have to face there in that state tournament.
Bushland really, really good, really strong. Obviously, some other teams we've mentioned, Randall, West Plains, Canyon, all these teams having potential playoff pushes. Randall in a state title defending season. They're hoping to defend it, and then Amarillo High at the 5A level as well. Lots of great volleyball teams going on. Rylee, thank you once again for joining the show. Really appreciate it, for coming all the way down the hall and into our studio to come on the show.
It was a long trip, but I could come.
We'll be right back with more Sports Drive right after this break. Stay with us.